Alright guys, so the new shoes for ThunderToad came in today. Pretty good aggressive tread on them. These are the aftermarket, they're made by Kenda. And these are the copies of the rawhides. So they look pretty gnarly. I think that'll work. It's not the tires I really want. I really want Aquatorx. But there's a lot of people that say that they ain't as great as they look, but I think they would be awesome. But anyway, these are Kendas. They don't make them in 20-inch, which is what's originally on the machine. So I had to go 21s. So that's a ½ inch taller on each side, you know, in circumference. So I got enough room under the tub for another ½ inch tire. Since there's no suspension, there's no flexing, I should be just fine. So the plan is to put these, or to buy a set of rims and put these on the rims. And then I'm keeping the original Runamucks, even though a couple of them have slow leaks. I'm gonna put the machine up on, see, like this one's already going soft, just from riding yesterday. I'm gonna put the machine up on blocks. I'll pull the cores out, put some tire slime in each tire, put the thing in gear and let it run, let them rotate, spread the slime around, and hopefully that'll solve any pinhole leaks or cracks or whatever. And then I'll use these tires to run my tracks in the winter, and then these guys in the summer. But I gotta buy another set of rims to do that, so. But right now, that's really not too pressing. I mean, the tire, getting the tires on is, yes, but especially if I'm going to use it again, the next time I go out again, I want to have the good tires on, because I don't want to get stuck just driving into a little puddle, because the thing won't dig or swim. So yeah, but right now I got to worry about the drive line. This machine uses bolts for shear pins in the axle sprockets. So I'm pretty sure that just regular standard bolts were used by somebody. And I'm gonna try to go with like grade 12 hardened bolts so they don't shear so quick. I mean, I that one mud bog puddle was not that dramatic. It was not anything serious by any means. And I snapped the drive shear pin. So I want it to be able to handle a little bit more than some prissy little puddles. So I'm gonna run with either grade 8s or grade 12s bolts. And that should solve that issue. And then I gotta deal with the tensioners. The tensioners I don't think are, I think the springs on the tensioners are weak from being so old. And I don't think they're applying enough downforce on the chains to keep the chains tight. So I'm gonna get new tensioners and new blocks and new springs, and that should make a big difference. And then it's put the tires on and take it for another test run. Like I said, I don't like the way the engine's running. Talked to a couple of small engine mechanics today, and they seem to think I don't have an electrical issue because it's not backfiring all the time. They seem to think it's a air leak somewhere in the engine. There's a gasket that's bad and it's letting air into the machine, into the engine, and causing that. So I'll put a whole new gasket kit in it. But ultimately I want to pull that engine out. It only has 300 some hours on it. but that's a lot for a small engine. So I'd like to pull that engine out of there and rebuild it. Found out it's not a Briggs, it's a Kohler, 12 horse. I have a Tecumseh 14 horse, I think this is. I think this is a 14. Sitting on the frickin' bench here. Yeah. Might think about doing a swap. You know, 2 more horses. I could use it. So we'll see. I don't know. But that's all I got for now. I was going to wrench on it. Stuff tonight. I think I have my skipper sold. I got an interested party in the skipper. There she is. The person I talked to about it actually owns Muddock's AATV company, where they have a dealership, and that's Argo's direct competition is Muddock's. I talked to him, and he's starting a museum of these old vintage machines. And I didn't think he'd have one in his inventory, and it turns out he has 2 of them. But I found out that I always thought there was 1,200 made. Turns out there's less than 1,200 made, so it's really rare. So yeah. So I'm gonna probably sell that to those boys. And I got my ATEX sitting outside under a tarp. I'm gonna sell that and start bringing in some revenue to pay off the loan that we took out for the Argo, and hopefully have enough money to buy an enclosed trailer, so I'll be able to haul this thing in the winter. I don't want it to get all full of salt and slush on the highway when I'm trailering it around, so I'm looking for an enclosed trailer. So yeah, that's pretty much the update right now. My cat is deciding to go exploring again. She's got wanderlust. We call her Dora the Explorer, but that's not her real name. But yeah, so she heard Daddy over in the shop, so she has to come over and see what Daddy's doing in the shop. So now, watch this. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, I thought she was going to plop on my feet. That's what she usually does. She's such a little cutie. So she's just exploring out in the yard. All right, I think I'm going to go in my den and chill out for a bit and watch some YouTube videos and go to bed early, because yesterday was pretty exhausting. Catch you on the flip side.